Good. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
That's
Okay.
great. Good. Hello, Baolin.
Hello, teacher.
Hi, Baoling. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
That's good. Okay, just wait for the other students to join us. Hello, Trami.
Hi, teacher.
How are you, Trami?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Have you had exams this week?
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you're very busy.
Yes.
Okay. Well, good luck with that, Trami. I hope they go well.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay. Hello, Viet An.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Viet An?
I'm good.
Good. Okay, we'll just wait another couple of minutes for the other students to join us. How is the weather, Trami? How is the weather in Hanoi today, please?
I think for me it's really hot.
Good.
About 25 degrees.
Wow, that is quite hot.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And is it windy? Does it get windy in summer in Hanoi?
I think no. It's in Hanoi. It's very hot.
Just hot, but not much wind. Not much wind.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll just wait just another few seconds to see who's going to join us. Otherwise, we will start. Thank you, by the way, for all of you for joining the class on time. That's great, because obviously you want to spend more time learning and not waiting, especially because I know how busy you are. How is your sport going, Knock 2?
You can repeat the say again.
How was have you played any games? Have you played any games this weekend?
No, I didn't play no game. I just stay at home, relax, and yeah. So
Okay. All right, I can see Fung Lin is joining us, and then we will start. Hello, Fung Lin.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, good. Ah, I can see the wallpaper behind you, Fung Ling. What is on it? What is on the wallpaper?
It's,
It looks like some
princess.
faces. Is that right? I
Yes.
can see. Okay.
Princess.
Okay, look very pretty. Wallpaper looks very nice. Okay, everyone, we will start. As I say, I'm glad to have you all here on time today. So I hope you've all had a good week. Welcome to our class for this morning. I will quickly show you what we are going to do today. Hopefully you can all see this. As usual, we're going to start off with our fun phrase. We're going to do a quick word challenge, some more confusables. Just like we did last week, we're going to look at some more word formation practice, and then we will continue on. I want to finish this unit about speaking, words to do with people and relationships, and then we will move on to another unit, learning vocabulary and words to do with describing your health and your body. First, before we start, does anyone have any questions for me? Any questions? Okay, let's start. Knock 2.
yes.
Okay, can you please read this week's fun phrase?
Front face caught between a rock and hard place.
Good. Caught between a rock and a hard place. That's good. Bao Ling, what does it mean?
Can you say it?
Yeah.
I don't hear it good.
Okay, what does it mean, Bao Ling? Caught between a rock and a hard place.
Sorry, I don't know.
Can you see what's on the screen, Bao Ling? Just read to me.
No, the skin is black. Maybe my connection is weak.
No,
Okay.
the screen is very clear.
Yeah, the screen's very clear.
Ồ, thế con thử xem kiểm tra lại xem thế nào. Con ngồi ở phòng ngoài cái gì?
Cháu đổi lại.
Ok.
Okay, I can see that.
Okay, good. So what does it mean?
If you are caught between a rock and a hard place, you are in a difficult situation where you have to choose between two equally unpleasant course of action.
Okay, good reading. Thank you, Bao Ling. Okay, Tra Mi.
Yes.
How do you use it? Please read the paragraph.
Use this phrase when you are faced with two difficult options. For example, do you continue to work in a job you hate, a rock, or face unemployment and poverty, a hard place?
Okay, good reading, Tra Mi. So what this phrase means, and this is very common in English, if you are caught between a rock and a hard place, it means you have two choices to make about something, but both of them are bad choices. Both of them have disadvantages. So you have to try and choose what is the least worst or the least bad. Okay, so the example I've got here, as you've just read, one example is, do you continue to work in a job that you hate if you don't like a job that you do? Or if you leave the job, then you will be unemployed and maybe poor. So which one do you choose? Do you stay in the job that you hate, or do you become poor? So that is an example of what being caught between a rock and a hard place is. Of course, a rock is a hard thing. So that's kind of the meaning behind this phrase. It means like you are caught between two rocks, okay, two difficult things. Does that make sense to you, Phung Ni?
Yes.
Okay, good. Welcome to the class, Phung Ni. I see you've just joined, and I will just check to see if anyone else has joined. No, just Phung Ni. Okay, Phung Ni. So, just looking back at our previous fun phrases, and remember, I show you these because these are all very common phrases in colloquial English. So, food coma. Viet An, what does a food coma mean if you are in a food coma?
Food coma, like I can remember.
Okay, so food coma means that you have eaten too much food and you feel very sleepy or feel very sick. Okay, you feel unwell because you've eaten too much food. That is a food coma. Does that make sense, Viet An? A food coma means you feel very unwell or sleepy because you've eaten too much.
When I eat a lot of food in the dinner, I am food coma.
Yeah, that's right. That's correct. That's correct. Good. That's good, Viet An. Thank you. Okay, Phung Ling.
Yes.
Not out of the woods yet, Phung Ling.
Not out the wood yet.
Means you still have somewhat. You still have a.
I still have a problem.
Correct. Good. Means you still have a problem. Okay, you are still stuck. Remember, woods is a synonym for forest. Okay, and if you are stuck or lost in the forest, you have a problem. So not out of the woods yet means you still have some problem to do with anything. Again, this is a very common phrase. Okay, knock two, under the weather, knock two.
Under the weather, don't remember.
Okay.
Cảm thấy mệt ấy.
Under the weather means you feel sick or you feel unwell.
Yes.
Yeah. So someone, if you say, oh, today I feel under the weather, just means I feel sick, means I feel unwell. Bao Ling, the ball is in your court, Bao Ling.
The ball is in the court is it's up to you.
Yeah, up to you. You choose. I'm giving you the choice about something. The ball is in your court. You choose. You choose. What shall we have for lunch? Bao Ling, shall we have banh mi or shall we have pho? Okay, ball is in your court. You choose. All right. You choose bao mi, banh mi. Okay, very good choice. Viet An.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, I'm sitting on the fence. Sitting on the fence, what does that mean? Sitting on the fence.
Cố gắng sau mỗi bài học phải thuộc ngay đi con ạ.
Cháu hay bị quên mấy cái này.
Phải cố gắng lên nhá, bởi vì trong bài thi mình hay gặp phải những cái bài thi này lắm. Okay. Lưỡng lự ấy, chưa quyết định được cái phần gì đấy. Nói đi.
Sorry, teacher, I don't know this meaning.
Okay, Trami.
Yes,
sitting on the fence. Yeah.
It's like you undecided about something.
Correct. Means you are not sure about something. Is climate change caused by humans, or is climate change just the normal part of nature? I'm sitting on the fence about that. I'm not sure. Okay, that's how you use it. Does that make sense, Viet An?
Việt Anh hiểu chưa con ơi?
Rồi.
On the fence có nghĩa là cái gì? Fence là cái hàng rào
không
ấy.
Chắc chắn về cái gì đấy.
Đúng rồi, mà mình không chắc chắn, mình không xua cái vấn đề gì đó, đúng chưa? Ok, cố gắng nhớ vào vì nó nghĩa nó dễ nhớ mà. Ok.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Ha. So does that make sense, Viet An?
In my free time, I'm sitting on the fence. I play sport or play game. Yes.
Yeah, you're not sure whether to play sport or play a game. You're sitting on the fence. Yeah, that's almost correct. Okay, thank you, Viet An. Phong Ling.
Yes.
Once in a blue moon, Phong Ling.
It's something happen very rarely.
Correct. Very good.
Right.
Something that happened very rarely, hardly ever. Okay, once in a blue moon, hardly ever. That's good. And the last one, Phong Ni. You can say that again, Phong Ni. You can say that again.
I think it's just you can say that again.
Yeah, what does it mean? It doesn't mean you repeat what you are saying. It doesn't mean that. What does it mean?
Sorry, I have no idea.
Okay, it means that's right. Okay, I agree. So your friend says to you, wow, it's so hot today. And you say, you can say that again. It just means you agree. Does that make sense, Phong Ni?
Yes.
Okay, good. So again, everyone, please try to remember these. They are very common in spoken English, especially. You hear them all the time in conversation. So these are very useful when you're trying to understand someone who's speaking English to you. So you can say that again just means I agree, or yes, that's right. You can say that again. And it's usually said very fast. Okay, on to the confusable. So what we're going to do with these this time is I'm going to get you to look at each sentence and I want you to type the answer into chat for me.
Các con hiểu chưa nhỉ? Có nghĩa là hôm nay thầy sẽ phải thay đổi cách mới là thầy sẽ không gọi từng bạn một để trả lời nữa. Chúng mình sẽ có cái bài của thầy post lên đúng không? Sau đó thì mình sẽ viết câu trả lời vào cái chat box, xong thầy sẽ kiểm tra trong đó nhá. Cho nhanh bởi vì đỡ mất thời gian á. Ok.
Okay. Anji. I can see you've joined the class. Hello, Anji.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Anji? I can't see you, sorry.
I'm fine, thank you. I will
turn on the camera, please. Thank you. I'll just check to make sure no one else has joined the class. Okay, Anji. All right. So everyone, as you heard Mrs. Ha say, please type the answer to each of these ones into chat. All right, so I can see. I will get you, once you've got the answers, I will get you to read them to me. All right, so I can see, thank you, Bao Ling. Can you please type the answer to each question? So you should send me 4 words. 4 words.
Yes.
Thank you, Bao Ling. Okay, so please type your answers now. So remember, confusables are words which are all pronounced exactly the same. So the pronunciation of each of these words is exactly the same. But of course, they are spelt differently and they have different meanings. Okay, who can I see? Thank you, Viet An. I can see your 4. Thank you. Tra Mi, I can't see any of yours yet for some reason. Fung Ni, I can see 4. Thank you. Bao Lin, I can only see 1 so far. So I can see 4 from Viet An, none from Tra Mi. Fung Ni, I can see 4. Okay, Bao Ling, thank you. I can see 4 now. Okay, so the rest of you, please quickly choose. Then I will tell you the answers. Bao Ling, because you have finished, Bao Ling?
Yes.
Yeah, can you please read number 1 for me? Read the sentence.
Inside was a green canvas and canvas shoulder bag.
Correct, good reading. Inside was a green canvas shoulder bag. Okay, so even though both these are spelt differently, they are both pronounced exactly the same, both pronounced canvas. Thank you, Bao Ling. Who else has done 4? Viet An. Viet An.
Yes, teacher.
Can you read number 2, please? Sentence number 2.
The journey was an astonishing feat of endurance.
Endurance. Can you say that, please, Viet An? Endurance.
Endurance.
Endurance. Okay. So a couple of words there you might not be familiar with. Journey, I'm sure you know. Journey is just like a trip, going somewhere. You take a journey. Astonishing is a synonym which means amazing or fantastic or incredible. Something astonishing is something that is, wow, that's amazing. Okay. And endurance means that you have to, endurance is something that is hard to do. For example, running a marathon, which is 42 kilometers, takes endurance. It's hard to do. So endurance is something that's hard to do. So thank you. That was good reading. Viet An. Okay, who else has finished all 4? Fung Ni.
Yes.
Okay, can you read sentence 3, please, Fung Ni?
By March, Hanoi is starting to team with tourists.
Correct, good reading. By March, Hanoi is starting to team with tourists. Okay, and the last one, Nok Tu.
Yes.
Can you read number 4, please?
Cắt cut the fowl into 8 pieces.
Correct. Pieces. Pieces, not two. Can you say that, please? Pieces. Pieces. Good,
Pieces.
good. Please remember, any word with an S on the end, you must pronounce the S. Okay, pieces, pieces. Cut the fowl into 8 pieces. Okay, is there anyone? I'm just looking at chat now, just to make sure anyone who has not given me all the answers. Viet An, I can see. Phung Ni, I can see. Bao Ling, I can see. Nok Tu, I can see. Tra Mi, I can see. Phung Ling, I can only see one of yours. Phung Ling, I can only see question 1, the answer to question 1. Now I can. Thank you, Phung Ling. Anji, have you answered? Anji, oi.
Anh gì?
I'm not typing.
You're typing now, are you? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm doing this through chat this time just to make sure that everyone gets a chance to answer each question. So I'm just waiting for you, Anji. Right, this shouldn't take you very long. You should be able to do this quite quickly. Just choose quite quickly. Okay, thank you, Anji. All right, let's go through the answers. All right, inside was a green canvas shoulder bag. So the answer is number 2. Okay, canvas. Canvas is a material, is a type of material, just like leather is a type of material, or silk is a type of material. Canvas is a type of material. Canvas, this one, means to ask someone their opinion. I'll show you these definitions in just a moment. But the correct answer to number 1 is this one, C-A-N-V-A-S. The correct answer to number 2. The journey was an astonishing feat of endurance. All right. The correct answer is again number 2, F-E-A-T. I'm sure you all know what feet are. Those are the things that you walk with, that are on the bottom of your legs. Everyone has 2 feet, okay? But feet, this type of feet means, again, I will show you the answer to this in writing, but feat is something that you accomplish. F-E-A-T means something that you accomplish. Okay, so number 2 again is the correct answer. By March, Hanoi is starting to teem with tourists. The correct answer is number 1, T-E-E-M. All right, team means to be very crowded. Means to be very crowded, or a lot of. So not team, not this team is like football team or class team. This team means crowded or very busy. And finally, the last one here, cut the fowl into 8 pieces. The correct answer is number 2, F-O-W-L. Fowl is another word for a type of bird. Foul. This sort of foul is when you do something wrong, usually in sport. If you do something wrong in sport, maybe you cause a foul, or you do something which is foul play, completely different from this sort of foul. I'll show you the answers here just quickly. Okay, Anji,
Yes.
can you read out the first paragraph, please?
Yes. If you canvas something, you find out how people feel about a particular subject. Members of Parliament are spending the weekend canvassing the opinion of voters. The poll canvasses the view of almost 80 economists.
Okay, good. This word here is pronounced parliament, parliament, Anji, parliament. Okay, so to canvass something, canvass with two S's means to ask someone's opinion about something. Knock two.
Yes,
Feat. Can you read feat, please?
an impressive achievement or accomplishment. A
Good.
racing car is amazing feat of engineering. Uh, running 10 marathon in 10 days is incredible feat of endurance.
Good. Good reading. Okay, good reading. Okay, so feat, F-E-A-T, is an impressive or amazing achievement or accomplishment, such as running 10 marathons in 10 days is an incredible feat of endurance, or a racing car is an amazing feat of engineering, just like a spaceship is. Feat is something that you accomplish, which is very difficult. That is what feat is. Baoling.
Yes.
Okay, team Baoling, team.
Team, crowded or a lot of something. The street is teeming with people, is teeming with them.
Correct. Okay, this is team spelled T-E-E-M. Remember, pronounced exactly the same as T-E-A-M, but a completely different meaning. Just means crowded or a lot of something. And the last one, trami. Trami.
Yes,
Okay, foul, please, trami.
foul is something unpleasant or bad, attractive, a foul smell. He has a foul temper, also now associated with sport. The player committed a foul.
And the other type of foul is trami. The other type of
It's a
foul.
type of bird, especially one that can be eaten as food, such as a chicken or a duck.
Good, good reading, trami. Okay, so again, two completely different meanings of foul. This foul is something unpleasant or bad, often associated with sport. When the player commits a foul, does something wrong during the game. This sort of foul, a type of bird. Okay, so just looking through who has got things correct. All right. Let me see. You got one wrong, Viet An. Okay, just team. This should be T-E-E-M. Phung Ni. Is correct, Phung Ni. Just check, actually. Yeah, Phung Ni, you have all four correct. That's good. Bao Ling. Again, the only one you got wrong, Bao Ling, was team. All right, team. Starting to team with tourists means Hanoi is starting to get very busy, very crowded with tourists. Okay, knock two, canvas, feet, you got number 2 wrong. Knock two. Okay, it should have been feat, F-E-A-T, of endurance. This is a common collocation, by the way, a feat of endurance. Those words often go together. All right, Trami, same for you, Trami. Okay, feat of endurance, F-E-A-T, F-E-A-T. Actually, you got number 3 wrong as well, Trami. Okay, should be team, T-E-E-M, means very busy, and always very busy with tourists. And G, foul, team, should be T-E-E-M, feet is correct, canvas is correct. Remember, canvas is a type of material. In the old days, when they had sailing ships, they used to make the sails out of canvas. That gives you an idea of the sort of material. It is very tough, but uncomfortable to wear. Can't make clothes out of it, but good for making bags. Okay, is there anyone I've missed? Okay. Any questions about any of those? We'll do some more of those each week, just for fun. But these are words that, again, you should become familiar with, because they are very easy to get confused sometimes. Often you have to listen to the context of the sentence before you know which word it is. Okay. So now we're going to look at word formation exercises. We're going to start from number 4. Knock 2.
Yes.
All right, number 4, please. Okay, you are number 4. Bao Ling. Bao Ling,
Yes.
you are 5. Tra Mi,
Yes.
you are 6. Viet An,
Yes.
you are 7. Phung Ling,
Yes.
Phung Ling, you are 8. Phung Ni,
Yes.
you are 9. And Anji,
Yes.
Anji, you are 10. Okay. All right, knock 2, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, can you read the sentence, please, with the correct form of compete?
Compete.
Number 4, knock 2.
Let me think a few seconds about compete.
Okay, remember, please, I want to go through these quickly.
Yeah, Matt is very competitive. She want to be one of. She want to be number 1 at everything.
Good, you are
Yes.
correct, knock 2. Matt is very competitive, everyone. Competitive is the correct form. He wants to be number 1 at everything. Someone who is very competitive wants to win all the time. So competitive is correct. Bao Ling, number 5.
Harry loves car and he's so knowledgeable about them.
Correct. Harry loves cars and he's so knowledgeable about them. Knowledgeable. Knowledgeable is the correct form of knowledge. Knowledgeable is the correct adjective in this case. Bao Ling, just remember, please, to pronounce the S on cars. Can you say that for me, please, Bao Ling?
Harry loves cars.
Good. Cars. Good. Cars. Number 6. Number 6. Tra Mi.
There's little likelihood of the president being re-elected.
Wow, that's very good, Tra Mi. I thought that was a hard one. Okay. This is a little bit hard because this is a slightly unusual word, but you are correct. There is little likelihood. Little likelihood is a very common collocation. Little likelihood means not much chance. It's a synonym for it's not going to happen, very unlikely to happen. There is little likelihood of the president being re-elected. Means it's probably not going to happen. So little likelihood, as I say, very common collocation. That was good, Tra Mi. Number 7, Viet An.
The Prime Minister thinks there may be a conspiracy to overthrow him.
Okay, you have the right word. I'll just change your pronunciation. That's good, Viet An. Okay, good word. So actually, first of all, this word here is pronounced prime. Prime. Can you say that, please, Viet An? Yeah. Prime Minister. Prime Minister.
Prime Minister.
Prime Minister. And you will notice, by the way, that these two words are joined together when you say them. Even though they are not joined together on the page, when you say them, you say Prime Minister. You don't say Prime Minister, you say Prime Minister, Prime Minister. Can you say that, please, Viet An? Prime Minister.
Prime Minister.
Yeah, just like that. Good. Prime Minister. Prime Minister thinks there may be a conspiracy. Can you say that, please, Viet An? Conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
Good. Good. So it's not conspiracy. In this word, the I is pronounced very short, like an I sound. So it's conspiracy. Conspiracy. Can you say it again, please, Viet An?
Conspiracy.
Good, very good. Conspiracy means like a plan. A conspiracy is a plan that people get together and make a plan, usually to do something bad. A conspiracy is a plan where people try to, maybe another conspiracy might be to rob a bank. Some people got together and came up with a conspiracy to rob a bank. It is a more formal word for plan, a conspiracy. Okay, Feng Ling, number 8.
In a comparison, please, Tokyo, London, and Paris are relatively cheap.
Good. In comparison. In comparison, everyone. Comparison means compared with. Tokyo, London, and Paris are relatively cheap. That's very good, Feng Ling. Feng Ni, number 9.
Yes, the police were unable to prove that she had committed the crime.
Good reading, Feng Ni. Very good. Excellent. The police were unable to prove, P-R-O-V-E, that she had committed the crime. That's good. They were unable to be sure that she had committed the crime. And the last one, Anji, number 10.
Number 10, the president's speech went on for so long that I almost died of boring.
Not boring, okay? Not boring. Can you try again,
boredom.
Anji? Sorry, Anji?
I think it's boredom.
Boredom is correct. Good, Anji. Okay? Not boring. Okay? Boring is an adjective. Okay? This one we want boredom. Boredom is a noun. Okay? When the class is very bad, makes you go to sleep, maybe you will die of boredom. I hope not. Okay, but must be boredom. B-O-R-E-D-E-M. Boredom. Boredom is the noun that you need. Okay, that's good. Any questions, anyone, with any of that? Okay. All right, let's get on to some speaking. Okay, so you might remember last time, actually, I'll just share this with you as well. Sorry, I'm just finding the right document to share with you. Okay, so remember last week we were talking about questions to do with family and friends. All right, these are the sort of questions that you might get asked in part 3 of the Ielts test. If the topic is family and friends, these are the sort of questions you might get asked. So I asked you last week what your answers were, and I will play to you again, okay? I'll play to you again what other students have answered, what another student has answered. And this will give you an idea of some of the things you can think of when someone asks you a question like this. So the first question is what, Noctu? What is the first question? Can you read it for me, please?
In what way have family changed in the last 100 years?
Good. Okay, please listen to this answer from another student whose accent, by the way, is French. This is a French accent.
Track 9. In what ways have families changed in the last 100 years?
In Western countries, I would say families have become more widely dispersed and less close. People travel more and then end up living far away from their families. I think this is a shame because it means there is a breakdown of communities. I also think that because families are spread over a wider geographical area, elderly people tend to be forgotten and usually live on their own.
Should we?
Okay, so she gave several different reasons there or several different answers to the question, in what ways have families changed in the last 100 years? So what she said was families have spread out. Okay, they live in different cities, maybe even different countries. Elderly people, old people tend to get a bit ignored these days. Maybe, again, because families are so spread out, maybe people don't pay good attention to older people like they used to. So they were just a couple of the reasons that she gave. So these are the sort of things you should keep in the back of your mind when you are asked these sort of questions. So the next question is Bao Ling. Bao Ling.
Yes.
Okay, next question.
Should we rely heavily on our family, or is it better to try and be independent?
What do you think, by the way, Bao Ling? Quickly, what do you think? Should we rely on our families or better to try be independent? What do you think?
I think when we grow, we have to do it yourself and don't rely on the family.
Okay. Okay, so
be more independent.
Good answer, Bao Ling. Okay, so when you're saying when you get older, you should try to be independent and not rely so much on your family. Okay, let's listen to what the French student said.
We rely heavily on our families, or is it better to try to be independent?
People seem to like living independently from each other these days, but I do wonder if that's the best way. Relying on people is seen as a weakness by some, I think. However, having family nearby is invaluable when you have children, in my opinion. Who else can be called on to babysit at a moment's notice?
Okay, so Bao Ling, did that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, so she was saying, I'm paraphrasing, that yes, people are independent when they get older, but when maybe you have children of your own, then it's good to be able to rely on your family, because then they can help you look after your baby or your children. Does that make sense, Bao Ling?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Okay, Trami.
Yes,
Can you read the next question, please?
the elderly are sometimes considered the wisest members of society. What do you think we can learn from them?
Okay, this word here is pronounced elderly. Can you say that, please, Trami?
Elderly.
Correct. Elderly, okay, is a synonym for older people. Okay, elderly, older people. What do you think, quickly, Trami? What do you think we can learn from older people?
I think we can learn like life experience from them.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's have a listen to hear what the French person said.
The elderly are sometimes considered the wisest members of society. What do you think we can learn from them?
Oh, an immense amount. They're our living link with the past, of a family, a region, a country. They're the keepers of local traditions, for example, and they provide a sense of identity to younger generations. It often seems to me that older people had harder lives and lived through more interesting periods in history. So I always enjoy asking my grandparents about their childhoods and how things have changed. Also, because they've got more life experience, older people are very well placed to give good advice on, well, any topic.
Okay, so does that make sense, Trami?
Yes.
Okay, so elderly people, what she is saying, you can ask them for advice because they have had a lot of experiences. Do you ever talk to your grandparents, Trami, about what life was like when they were young?
Yes, I usually with my grandparents.
Yeah. And
Ask them about the history in the war.
yeah, great. And do you think life was harder for them than it is for you? What do you think? When they were your age, when your grandparents were your age, do you think life was more difficult?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course, of
They
course.
had so much thing to do.
That's right. Yeah, they had, and they didn't have many of the benefits that we now have with a modern society. So yes, so that's the sort of answer you can give when they ask you, what do you think we can learn from old people? Thank you, Trami. Okay, friendship. Viet An.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, can you read the next question, please?
What do you expect from a good friend?
Okay, what do you expect from a good friend, Viet An? Give me a couple of things.
When I don't know how teachers teach in class, I can ask my friend how to do it, and
yes,
they can help me learn.
Yes. Okay. Something else? Something else, Viet An?
When I don't have money to buy something, I can borrow my friend. Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, you can borrow from your friend. Borrow from your friend. Can you say that, please? When I don't have money to do something, I can borrow from my friend. Can you say that, please, Viet An?
When I don't have money to do something, I can borrow from my friend.
Good. Borrow from my friend. Yes. F-R-O-M. Borrow from my friend. That's good, Viet An. Okay, let's listen to what this person has to say.
What do you expect from a good friend?
For me, a good friend has to be reliable. I can't stand being stood up or having my messages ignored. As well as that, a friend should be someone you can have good fun with. There are many things in life to be serious about, but friendship shouldn't be one of them. I also believe that opposites attract, in friendships just as in romance. So, a good friend will most likely be very different from you in many ways.
Okay, interesting answer. So, Viet An, so reliable. Do you think a friend should be reliable?
I think 50%. Yes.
Do you think they should be reliable? Means you can trust them. You can trust them. You can rely on them. Do you think, is that important, Viet An? Is it important to trust your friend?
Yes.
You understand the question?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah. So yes or no, Viet An? Yes or no? Is it important to trust your friend?
Yes, I can trust my friend.
Yes, of course. Yes. And the next question, Viet An, you might have heard the girl say, she says, friend should be good fun. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Con hiểu câu hỏi không đã?
Yes, definitely.
Nó là
Yeah,
kiểu
definitely.
một người bạn tốt và đem lại tích cực ấy.
Mình phải vui vẻ với nhau, có những kiểu trò vui với nhau ấy, kiểu có thời gian vui vẻ với nhau ấy.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Ha. All right.
Yeah.
Fung Ling.
Yes.
Next question, please, Fung Ling.
Are friends as important to you as family?
What do you think?
I think family. Yes, friends is important to you as to me as family.
Right.
And
Okay.
Because family give me a love and friends give me
Yeah, they can give you love as well if you have a very good friend.
and they give me
Yeah, and they can help you.
yes.
Okay, so yeah, they can help you. So just like your family can help you, your friends can help you too, of course, if they are a good friend. Okay, let's listen to this answer.
Are friends as important to you as family?
No, I wouldn't say so. Friends come and go, but family are always there, whether you like it or not. You can even be rude to your family. Not that it's advisable, of course. And they will forgive you. But sometimes you've known a friend for so long, they can become like a family member. You can really be yourself with them, and you may even argue quite often, like siblings do.
Okay, so they say that maybe friends are not like family, all right, but maybe when you've known a friend for a long time, they become like family because you've known them for so long. All right, and the last one of these are Fung Ni. Fung Ni,
Yes.
can you read the last question, please?
Do you think friendships change as we get older? How?
Yes, what do you think?
I think friendship can change as we get older. Because when we grow up, we maybe we don't learn together in the same school, and we will have new friends, I think.
Okay, you'll get new friends, all right? And maybe, of course, when you change school, you won't see your old friends anymore. Okay, and let's listen to what the French person has to say.
Do you think friendships change as we get older?
Well, I definitely find that I have less in common with some friends than I used to. I sometimes wonder what we used to find to talk about. And so you often grow apart
Chiều con học
from
buổi thứ 30 ấy con.
old friends or old colleagues.
Sao học được như thế? Bóng
The
à?
people I feel I have most in common with are friends I met at university.
Xin lỗi.
I'm not
Em
sure
chưa
why,
thích.
but we somehow always have lots to talk about.
Okay, so they agree with you. Fung Ni, they say friends do change as you get older. Right, so I'm playing you these answers because I want you to start to learn new vocabulary. I think one of the keys to improving your English, of course, and also to get a good mark in any test or exam is to learn new vocabulary, more formal vocabulary and different ways of saying things, learning more synonyms and different collocations. So these are some of the words and phrases that I have written down from the answer that the French person gave. Now, there is no easy way to remember these, unfortunately. You just have to practice using them. Practice using them. I know you don't speak to your friends in English, but one thing I thought of that you can do to practice this is when you are sitting on the bus on your way somewhere, or you have just a little bit of spare time, try to think in English of how you would describe someone or some situation that you are watching. Just give yourself a little bit of practice, even for 1 minute. Okay, try to think in English how you would describe what you are seeing, or you would describe a person, okay, or you would describe what is happening to you at that moment. These are some of the phrases and words that are useful to know and that you would have heard in that answer. So I'll just go through them quickly with you to make sure you understand them. You should please make a note of these. Make a note of these and then try to practice using them occasionally. All right, so the first one, widely dispersed. Anji, widely dispersed. Yeah, widely dispersed. So the sentence was, Anji, the person said they were talking about how families have changed. And they said families are more widely dispersed these days. What does that mean, Anji?
I think it's kind of, they are separate.
Yes, spread. What's the next word? There's another word. Spread.
Separate.
The collocation needs another word, Anji. Spread begins with O. Begins with O.
Spread out.
Correct. Good. Spread out. Okay. So everyone, widely dispersed is a more formal way of saying spread out. Okay. Families these days, they live in many different places, many cities, and as I said before, even different countries. They are spread out. And the more formal way of saying that is widely dispersed. Okay, dispersed means to move somewhere. Widely dispersed means to spread out. They have moved. Okay, good. Thank you, Anji. Knock 2.
Yes.
Yeah, the next one, breakdown of communities. So it's what the person was saying in their answer. The French person said, families have changed a bit because of a breakdown in communities. What does that mean, Noktu? Can you describe it to me? What does breakdown of communities mean?
I think that the community is changing.
Yes.
It's changing. This community is changing.
Yeah, changing in what way? Breakdown. What does that mean?
Changing bad.
Changing, okay. So what you say for that, Noktu, is it is changing for the worse, okay? To break down, the word break down means to not work anymore or fall apart. For example, you can talk about your motorcycle. Do you have a motorcycle, Noktu? Do you have a motorcycle?
I have.
Okay. Yes. Good. Okay. So if your motorcycle doesn't work one day, you can say, my motorcycle has broken down. Okay. My motorcycle, it break down. Today it break down. Okay. It means it doesn't work. So breakdown means something that doesn't work. So breakdown of communities, and communities can be any sort of group of people, like a village, for example, or so even your family can be a community. So one of the changes in families these days is a breakdown of communities. Means they don't work as well as they used to. And what I mean by that is that because people are spreading out, they disperse, they are not in close contact with each other anymore. So the feeling that you have, maybe if you live in a small village, this feeling that you have isn't quite the same because you don't see people anymore. Does that make sense, what I'm saying, Noktu?
Yes, I understand.
Good. Okay, so breakdown in communities means that communities, they're not working anymore, not together, not feeling as close as they were. Okay, so this is a good phrase to remember, breakdown of communities. Independently, Chami, what does independently mean?
It means that freedom, live freedom.
Great. Okay, you're living freedom. Okay, that was an easy one. Independent means you are on your own. On your own, if you are doing something independently, which sometimes is good, sometimes not so good, of course. And I'll get you to do the next one too, please. Try me. Invaluable. I talked about this last week. Can you remember what invaluable means?
Yes, I can remember it, but
yeah,
like happiness or love is invaluable.
Yes, yes. And why do we use that word? Why do we
because
use that?
it's like uncountable
Yes, very good.
things.
Uncountable. Yes, you are correct. You cannot put a money value on it. Isn't that right, Trami?
Yes.
Yeah, so something like love, something like friendship, okay? It is invaluable. Something that is invaluable, you can't put a money value, a dollar value, a dong value on it. Something that is valuable, for example, your cell phone maybe, or your laptop, or your motorcycle, is valuable. You can put a money value on it. You can say, my laptop is worth $1,000. It's valuable. But something that is invaluable is also something that is precious to you, but you can't put money value on it. You can't say love is worth $1,000. Okay, love has no money value. So it is invaluable. That's what invaluable means. So invaluable is often something to do with relationships or feelings. Feelings or relationships that are important to you or are precious are invaluable. Does that make sense, Trami?
Yes.
Good. Okay, that's great. That's good for you remembering too, Trami. Well done. Okay, Viet An.
Yeah, teacher.
Yeah. At a moment's notice. At a moment's notice. What does that mean? At a moment's notice. Something that happens at a moment's notice.
It's a problem at present.
Not quite. Not quite. What it means is, I will tell you, Viet An, because it's a little bit tricky, something that happens at a moment's notice, it means right now. A moment's notice is a synonym for something that happens right now or straight away. And where this came up in the conversation we were listening to, the French person was saying that a friend, okay, what is important about a friend is that they will help me at a moment's notice. So this is a collocation, at a moment's notice. All those words go together. It means a friend will help me at a moment's notice. It means a friend will help me right now, straight away. If I need help, my friend will come and help me as soon as I ask them, at a moment's notice. Viet An, does that make sense to you?
When I oversleep, my mother can get up me at the moment right now. Notice. Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. When I oversleep, my mother can get me up. Get me up. Yeah. Get me up at a moment's notice. Okay. It means good. That's good. Vietnam means right now. Your mother will get you up right now, straight away, if you oversleep. That's good. So again, everyone, this is a collocation worth remembering, at a moment's notice. And of course, the more you know these words and collocations, the better your vocabulary is. And if you can use these words in a test or exam, the higher mark you will get, because it shows you have a good lexical resource. You have a very wide vocabulary. Okay, Feng Ling.
Yes.
All right, this one fairly easy, I think. What does immense mean? Something that is immense.
Immense.
What does it mean?
Is
very
it's
what?
Large,
very
large.
Yes, yes, exactly. Something that is very large or very big.
Yes.
Okay, so I think again the person in their answer was saying that friendship is immensely important to them. Okay, so they turned it into an adjective. Immensely important, something that is very large, very important to me. It's very big. So everyone, so immense, this word here, is a synonym just for large or big. Enormous, is another synonym for this. Gigantic is another synonym for this. There are many synonyms in English for something that is big. So this is just another one worth remembering. Immense means something very big. Okay, Fung Ni.
Yes.
Okay, this one a little bit harder, Fung Ni. Can you read it, please?
Living link with the past.
Yeah, what does it mean? Someone who is a living link with the past.
I have no idea.
Okay, living link with the past. This phrase, by the way, came from the answer when she talked about how old people or elderly people are valuable or invaluable even, okay, because they are a living link with the past. So a link, everyone, can I put this in chat? I'll put this in chat. Oops, I didn't spell link correctly. It should be L-I-N-K. You should be able to see this in your chat box at the moment. A link is part of a chain. A link is part of a chain. So, of course, we are all connected to the past through our ancestors, through our parents, through our grandparents, through their parents. Okay, we are all connected to the past. So we are part of a chain, And older people are a living link with the past. This, of course, assuming they are still alive, of course. So maybe I think most of you, I think your grandparents are still alive. Okay, they are a living link with the past. They are part of the chain that connects us to our ancestors. Does that make sense now, Fung Ni?
Yes.
Okay, so for example, your parents and your grandparents are a living link with the past. Are your grandparents still alive, Fung Ni?
Yes.
Okay, so they are a link with the past. If you talk to them, they can tell you, of course, about how things used to be when they were your age. Okay, so they are like a living history. They are part of the chain that joins us to our ancestors, to the past. So that's what this phrase means. Someone who is a living link with the past is one of your older relatives, one of your ancestors. Okay, Anji.
Yes.
Okay, Anji, stood up. Now, in the context that the French person used it, stood up, okay, she said, I don't like it when a friend stands me up. Do you know what that colloquial phrase means, Anji?
I think it's kind of
what does it mean?
It's like protect something.
Protect something, not quite. If you are meeting someone, Anji, maybe you make an arrangement to meet your friend at 6 o'clock, okay? And your friend stands you up. Do you know what that means?
I don't.
You don't know. Okay. Maybe you are not familiar with this phrase. It is a colloquial phrase, okay? Almost a slang phrase. To stand someone up means not to come, not to turn up for your appointment or your date. So, Anji, if you arrange to meet your friend at 6 o'clock, okay, to go to the movies, all right, and your friend doesn't come, okay, you can say, oh, my friend stood me up. Does that make sense, Anji?
Yes.
Yeah, so stood up in this context means not to keep an appointment with someone.
Các bạn khác có hiểu câu đấy không nhỉ? Việt Anh hiểu không con? Stood up, stood someone up ấy.
Yeah.
Có hiểu không
Okay.
con? Việt Anh. Phương Nhi có hiểu thầy vừa nói gì không?
Cái từ này con vẫn chưa hiểu lắm ạ.
Ok, được rồi, để bác giải thích. Không hiểu nhớ hỏi nhá. Có nghĩa là gì nhỉ? Có nghĩa là cái từ stood up đúng không? Giống như cái từ stand up á. Nhưng mà stand someone up có nghĩa là con hẹn đến một cái hẹn đến buổi hẹn rồi nhưng con không xuất hiện á. Giống như cái từ turn up ấy đúng không? Còn nghĩa là mình hẹn đến nhưng mà mình không xuất hiện đó. Mình không đến nơi, đến cái chỗ mình hẹn gặp. Turn to stood someone up. Ok. Thank you,
Okay,
teacher.
thank you, Mrs. Ha. All right. So again, this is I think it is came from America. The same, very common. All right. So again, in the answer we listened to, the French person said, "I don't like it when my friend stands me up. It's not something that a good friend would do." Of course, you know, if you make an appointment with your friend or you make a date with your friend and they don't turn up, you feel very annoyed, maybe even angry. And the colloquial way of saying that is, my friend stood me up. They didn't come. That's what it means. Okay, thank you, Anji. Knock 2. Easy one for you, knock 2. Ignored. Ignored.
No.
Yeah, what does ignored mean? This.
I don't remember. It's no meaning.
Lờ cái gì đi đó mà cái từ ngữ như vậy mà không nói.
Lờ đi à?
Ignore sẽ là lờ đi.
Ignored.
If you don't care about something.
Almost. Not too close. Bao Ling.
Yes.
Ignored. What does it mean? To ignore something. Ignored.
Con giải thích cái từ đi.
Maybe don't want, maybe refuse to take notice something.
Yes, correct. Exactly.
Giỏi.
It means exactly right, darling. Perfect.
Giải thích giỏi đấy.
Yeah,
Okay.
means you don't pay any attention to someone.
Yes.
Okay, you don't take any notice of someone. Does that make sense, Knock 2?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Maybe if you have a little brother or sister and they are calling your name, but you don't want to talk to them, so you ignore them. Okay, you don't pay any attention to them. You don't take any notice. You don't answer them. You ignore them. So to ignore something or someone means not to pay any attention. Okay, don't notice them. Don't answer them. Ignore them. All right. And the last one of these are tra-me. Tra-me.
Opposites attract, I think it means people who are attracted to each other.
Yeah. People who are attracted to each other, what? Opposites attract. Do you know what this means?
I don't really remember.
Okay. Opposites attract, everyone. Again, I will explain this because maybe you are not familiar with this one. Okay. Some people think that if you are going to be friends with someone, okay, or even later on in life, when you meet someone, maybe you think you would like to marry, okay, if they are the opposite sort of personality to you, then you will get on better than if you are the same personality. Does that make sense, Trami?
Yes.
Some people think that maybe the best partner for you is someone who is different from you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, Trami, and what do you think of that idea? What do you think?
I think it's quite correct.
You think correct?
For me.
For you? Okay. For me, I disagree. Okay. I don't want to meet someone who is completely different from me, because then of course maybe you have things to argue about. Does that make sense, Trami?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So if you are the same, if you think the same as someone else, and usually with your friends, you think the same, otherwise you wouldn't be friends with them in the first place. Okay. It is easier to get on and be friendly with people who think more or less the same as what you do. But if someone is the opposite of what you are, then of course maybe you have something more to argue about. Do you see what I mean, Trami?
Yes, I see it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but on the other hand, some other people think it is more exciting to meet someone who does think differently from what they do. And there is some, I think, some merit to that argument. Okay. If you have someone who maybe looks at things a little bit differently from what you do, it can be interesting. Maybe they think of something you haven't thought of before. All right. So, but I think opposite means opposite is too much different, I think. I think it's good to have someone who thinks a little bit differently from you, because then maybe, like I say, they can suggest a way of looking at something or suggest an answer that you haven't thought of, but you don't want someone who is too much different from you. That is my theory anyway. Maybe you have a different one. There is no right or wrong answer to this one, but opposites attract, okay? Again, is a common collocation. Some people think this is a good idea. When you are looking for a partner, maybe you should look for someone who is different from you. Other people think maybe you should look for someone who is the same. So this is what that means. So again, I will go quickly through these before we move on. Widely dispersed means spread out. Spread out. Families these days are widely dispersed. And the word dispersed means to move. Breakdown of communities means communities like villages, even some big families, aren't as close as they used to be in old times. Breakdown means they are not working as well. Independent means you do things by yourself. Invaluable means something that is very precious or valuable to you, but you can't express that in terms of money. So something like love or friendship or kindness is invaluable because it's still very important, very precious to you, but you can't say kindness is worth $1,000 to me. You can't put a value on it, so it is invaluable. At a moment's notice means right now. My friend, if I call him, will come to help me at a moment's notice. They will come to help me right now. Immense is big. A living link with the past is one way of describing your grandparents or your parents even. Someone who is older than you, okay? They can tell you more about their past experiences. And they are alive, of course, so they are a living link with the past. And remember, the word link is part of a chain. I'm sure if you don't have a motorcycle, all of you will at least own a bicycle. And a bicycle has a chain on it, of course. So a link is the smallest part of that chain, and it connects to all the other links to form the chain. Stood up. Stood up is a synonym, a colloquial synonym, meaning not to turn up. If you have an appointment with someone and you don't turn up, you don't meet them in time, then that means you stood them up. It's a very colloquial phrase, American. To ignore someone means to not pay attention. Okay, I ignored the lesson, means I didn't pay attention to that lesson. And finally, opposites attract is some people's idea of finding a good friend or partner means you should look for someone who is different from yourself. Maybe you agree with that, maybe you don't. There's no right or wrong answer for that. Okay, so again, please write down these phrases and words, and please try to practice them occasionally so they become part of your vocabulary when you are answering questions like this. All right, now in the last 10 minutes, we will go on and start a second unit. Are there any questions, by the way, about any of that? Again, I say, please write down the new vocabulary because these are the sort of things that will help you get a good mark in a test or exam if you can repeat phrases like that. Okay, I know this time I'm doing a lot of talking, so hopefully now I'm going to get you to do some more talking. All right, in this unit, okay, this unit is words to do with fitness and being healthy. So in this unit, these are the sort of things that I'm going to help you develop your language for. Language for keeping fit, okay? Talking about sport, health, and diet, all right? Phrases to express opinions. And again, we'll be looking at practicing parts 1, 2, and 3 of the Ielts test as part of this unit. Okay, so it's time to get you doing a little bit of talking. Knock 2.
Just
Okay, so looking at vocabulary to talk about sport, can you please just read the first sentence here, Knock 2?
You play with ball sport or team sport?
Yep, keep going, Knock 2. For example?
I play goals.
That's right. That's all right. You can stop there, Knock 2. That's fine. You can stop there. So you use play when you are talking about ball sports or team sports. I play golf. I play tennis. All right. I don't do tennis. All right. I play tennis. I don't do basketball. I play basketball. I don't do football. I play football. So you use the word play with ball sports or team sports. I play golf. I play basketball. I play football. Bao Ling, next sentence, please.
Yes. Can you answer which sentence?
Aha, the one that says use do. Use do.
Just do with a non-team sport that doesn't use a ball. E.g., I do yoga, and to talk about sport in general, e.g.
Okay, good. That's fine. So you would talk about I do yoga. Yoga doesn't use a ball. Okay, and yoga you usually do by yourself. You don't do it as part of a team. You're not part of a team when you do yoga. What is something else, Bao Ling, that isn't a team sport and doesn't use a ball? Can you think of something else?
I have no idea.
Okay. Try me. Can you think of something else that is not a team sport and doesn't use a ball? Can you think of something else?
Badminton.
Badminton uses a sort of ball, so not quite, try me, okay? Even though it's not a ball exactly, badminton uses a sort of ball, doesn't it? So, for example, if you talked about badminton, you would say, I play badminton. I play badminton. Okay. All right. So I'll give you an example. Fitness. Okay. If you go to the gym, you do fitness. You go to the gym. Okay. You lift weights. You do exercises. Okay. Another one would be what sport? Viet An? Viet An?
Anh ơi.
Yeah,
Okay.
Viet An. Can you hear me, Viet An?
Yes.
Okay. What sport is this, Viet An?
Boxing.
Yes. Okay. And you do boxing. All right. Okay. I do boxing. Okay. I don't play boxing. I do boxing. Boxing, again, is a non-team sport, doesn't use a ball. Okay. Thank you, Viet An. Phung Ling. The sentence here, please. One begins, use go. Use go.
Go with sport and team. I go swimming.
Yes. Okay, like here, I go running, I go swimming. All right. So you don't play swimming and you don't do swimming, I go swimming. So any sport that ends with ing, you use the word go. All right, you use this verb. All right. So you play golf, play football, you do boxing, you go running. Okay. Very quickly now. Phung Ni.
Yes.
Okay, this question, please, Phung Ni. I'll get you all to answer this before we finish for this afternoon, or this morning, sorry. Which sports do you most enjoy watching or playing, Phung Ni, and why?
The sport I most enjoy playing is badminton because I think it's easy for me to play.
Okay, and what sport do you least enjoy?
I think it's golf.
Mm-hmm. Because?
I think I think
why don't you like golf? Okay.
I don't remember how to say this word. ADULT.
ADULT. Did you say ADULT?
Tức là adult chứ hả?
Vâng.
Cái từ adult is for adult. Adults not for teen.
Okay. Actually, yeah, a lot of some teenagers do play these days, but normally for golf, of course, you have to have money. Okay, it is usually a sport for people who are richer. Okay, so you don't like golf because it is a sport for adults. Yes. Is that what you were saying, Phung Ni?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So can you say that for me, please? All right. So if I ask you the question again, Phung Ni, what sport do you least enjoy?
The sport I least enjoy is golf because I think I don't like it more than teenagers.
Okay, adults like it more than teenagers because adults like it more than teenagers. Okay, good answer. Thank you, Phung Ni. Anji.
Yes.
Okay, same question. Okay, I'm going to ask each of you the same question. Anji, what sport do you most enjoy watching or playing?
I enjoy watching and playing football and basketball. And
okay, because Anji?
Because I can play with friends and they are very sporty. It make me strong and it helps my health.
Okay, good. Okay, they make me strong and are good for my health. Make me strong and are good for my health. Okay, and what sport do you least enjoy?
I least enjoy handball.
Because?
Because it's very, I don't know, I feel it kind of boring.
Okay, that's good. Remember, there's no right or wrong answer to this. I'm just testing your English. The sport I least enjoy is handball because I think it is boring. Okay, that's fine. Knock 2.
Yes.
Okay, knock 2. Can you please answer the question?
I enjoy watching football and boxing.
Because
it's very exciting for me, and especially football. I watch with my friend.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's
I have
fine.
many things to talk with friends, and the list. And I don't enjoy watching golf because I don't understand why.
Okay, I'll make it easy for you. Knock 2. Okay, this is how you say it easily. All right. The sport I least enjoy is golf because I don't understand it. Can you say that for me, please?
What the play and how you play?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm making it very easy. So can you say this sentence for me? Knock 2. Okay. Yes. The sport I least enjoy is golf because I don't understand it. Can you say that?
The sport I least enjoy is golf because I don't understand.
Perfect. Perfect English. Okay. A good, very clear and simple answer. Knock 2. Okay. The sport I least enjoy is golf because I don't understand it. That's all you need to say to answer questions like this. Bao Ling.
Yes. The sport I enjoy playing is badminton because it's a only sport I can play with other girls, and
Okay.
it's exciting and easy to play.
Yes. And
the sport I least enjoy is maybe football because it's difficult and I don't have enough energy to play.
wow, great English. Bao Ling, great English. I don't need to correct anything. Okay, very good. 100%. Perfect. Perfect English. Parmi, your turn.
I really like playing badminton because it is a light sport which I can just play for relaxing, and I hate playing football too because I'm scared the ball, so I'm always avoid ball whenever I see it.
Okay, what word did you use then? Did you say scary or scared? Which word did you use?
Scared.
Correct. Yeah, because I hate football because I'm scared of the ball. Okay, correct. Yes. That's good, Trami. Very good. Excellent too. Okay, good English. Okay, Viet An.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, can you please answer the questions? You know the questions, Viet An? Which sport do you most enjoy watching or playing, Viet An?
I like watching I like playing football than watching football. Just
you like playing football and watching football because
playing football is interesting than watching so boring. Just
okay, so because playing football is interesting. Okay, and what sport do you least enjoy, Viet An?
I think my sport I really enjoy in sport don't
is what?
Like golf. Yes.
Sorry, I didn't hear. Viet An, what sport do you least enjoy?
In play golf.
Golf.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Golf. Okay. So you say that. Okay. So you say the sport I least enjoy is golf. Okay, that's how you say it. Can you say that for me, please?
The sport I enjoy is play golf.
Is golf. The sport I least enjoy is golf. The sport I least enjoy is golf. Can you say that, please?
I enjoy it golf.
Good. Okay, that's how to construct the sentence. The sport I least enjoy is golf. Thank you, Viet An. Phong Ling, have I asked you?
No.
Okay.
The only sports I enjoy is swimming.
Because
it really clears my head and
good. Yeah, really clears my head. Good.
Go to pool and swim every few days.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. And what sport do you least enjoy, Phong Ling?
The sport I least enjoy is like football or basketball.
Okay, because
I'm afraid of the ball.
Okay, fine. Okay, because I'm afraid of the ball. That's fine. That's fine. That's all you have to say. That's good answer. Good answer, Phong Ling. Phong Ni, I asked you, didn't I? Or not?
Yes, you asked me first.
Okay, I asked you first. Okay, I thought so. Okay, everyone. I know, sorry, we've gone a little bit over time. So obviously next week we will continue on with this unit, vocabulary about sport and about fitness. Does anyone have any questions for me before we go? Viet An and An Ji, can you turn your cameras on, please? Good, thank you. An Ji, thank you. Remember, I always like to see you. Okay, all right. Quickly now, Bao Ling, what are you doing for the rest of today? One sentence.
I prepare for my exam tomorrow.
Okay, good luck with that. Phong Ni, what are you doing for the rest of today?
I think I will watch some movie.
I think I will watch a movie is best. Okay, I think I will watch a movie. Okay? Okay, I hope it is a good one, Phong Ni. Thank you. Nok Tu, what are you doing for the rest of today?
I think I watch some movies.
I will watch some movies. That's good. So Phong Ni, you can use some if you are going to say movies. Okay, if you're going to, it's plural, but you must use a if you're just going to say, watch one movie. I'm going to watch a movie, or I'm going to watch some movies. So some use with plural. All right, thank you, Nok Tu. You will notice, by the way, I'm speaking quite quickly now. I'm speaking at normal speed a native speaker would speak at. So this is good that you can understand me. Phong Ling, what are you doing today, please?
Today I will study. I will study and prepare for the morning.
Okay, study and prepare for the morning is fine. Tami, what are you doing today, please?
I think this afternoon I will cram for my exam.
Okay, good English. I will cram for my exam. Good colloquial English, Tami. Very good. Cram, everyone, by the way, is another word for study. Means to study very hard. Cram, cram. Viet An, what are you doing for the rest of today?
Afternoon, I think I will sleep because morning I wake up early to have a event in school.
Okay, okay, good. Good, Viet An, good answer. And finally, Anji, what are you doing for the rest of today?
I think I will sleep because I feel a little bit tired.
Okay, good answer. Perfect English. All right, thank you, everyone. Sorry, we've gone a little bit late today, but we started a little bit late. So please, those of you who've got exams tomorrow, good luck. Okay, I hope it's not too difficult, and I will look forward to seeing you all next Sunday. Thank you. Mrs. Ha, do you have anything to say?
No, thank you. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you very much.
All right.
Mấy đứa mà... Okay, yes, thank you, teacher.
All right, thank you, everyone. Okay,
goodbye. Yeah.
bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.